Good afternoon and welcome to NYFP. In mid-afternoon trade, the U.S. stock market is in the red and global equity markets are also selling off today. Joining me now is Sandra Navidi of BeyondGlobal. Good afternoon, Sandra. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Remy.
Well, we're here at this noon hour and the European markets have closed. The equity markets overseas also took a hit. And we did see the indexes or bourses in Europe close lower by at least 1.5%. But given that we have the Italian elections coming up this weekend, both the regional as well as the national, there's plenty of uncertainty. So given that there is strong leadership needed in Italy, what are you looking forward to?
The most likely scenario is that Bersani will come into power and that he will enter into an agreement with Monti, but you cannot discount Berlusconi or Grillo, as unbelievable as it may seem. Berlusconi is putting up a good fight. He's promising gifts. He's anti-European. He's anti-Germany, anti-Merkel, and that resonates well with some segment of the Italian society. And Grillo also is sort of populist, and you can't discount him just because he's a comedian. He has a political experience. He has won in local elections. He has done a good campaign, very successful with grassroots, mostly over the internet. So those are risks that are in the pipeline.
Well, Sandra, now that we've covered Italy, I do want to move on over to Cyprus. Now, S&P did raise the warning bell on Cyprus yesterday, and today there was a EU official who was also concerned about Cyprus. So given that we have these warnings and a lot of the focus has been on other nations in the Eurozone, what is your outlook?
The problem is that Cyprus may pose systemic risk because we have a problem. It's been the capital for Russian black money, for money laundering, so we don't know exactly what's going on. If it's a problem in that will Germany help rescue Cyprus, and it's very hard to sell to the German electorate that Russian tax evaders are going to be subsidized with German tax money. And so it's a fundamental problem because will investors there participate in losses? We did that in Greece. It caused a major hiccup. It was said then, well, we're not going to do that in any other country in Europe. And if we did that in Cyprus, then we would sort of break the rules that we set, our own rules. And investors in other countries may then wonder, gee, if we have to participate in any losses, then we'd rather not invest there. And it may also spark a bank run. And so far, it's rather sensitive. But I do think that if push comes to shove, Germany will probably stand behind it and that they would try behind the scenes to come to an agreement with the Russians.
And Sandra, we've taken a closer look at Italy as well as Cyprus, but I do want to take a step back and look at the broader picture for the Eurozone. Overnight, we did get the flash PMI manufacturing and services figures, and they did come in below expectations. Now, we do know that the contraction in fourth quarter 2012 has been digested for the Eurozone, but what is your outlook going forward?
Well, I think it doesn't come as a surprise. We are in a low-growth environment. I think we're on a good way. We are enacting structural reforms, especially in the periphery, but everybody knows it's going to take time. And for instance, even in Italy, we had 6 negative quarters, the worst results in the last 20 years, I think. And so we are embarking on reforms, but even in Germany, we did that more than 10 years ago, but it did take a decade to take hold. Hopefully, it's not going to take that long in Europe, but we have to give it a little bit of time.
Okay, Sandra, well, we have a lot of important economic data coming out soon as well as the elections, so thanks for weighing in on the Eurozone.
Pleasure, Remy. Thank you.